Hello scholars, you are welcome to MSI Tech e-learning. Today is going to be a special day because today I will be teaching you special angle 45 degree. Have you seen that before? I don't think so. So pay attention and get ready as we solve questions on special angle 45. Now consider a square. A square like this. You have a square, right? Now, if you look at this square, if we divide it into two, we are going to have two right angle triangle, which we have something here, and we have something, angle 90 here, angle 90 here. Now, from here, we have the angle, which is angle 45 degree. I think you understand, right? Now, here, we'll be having 45 degree. So if you add this to this, 45 plus 45, we are going to have complementary angle, which is what? Angle 90 degree. Now, I want you to pay attention. One of the property of a square is they have equal side. If we have one here, one here, one here, one here, then the diagonal, let's call it x. Now, I want you to pick this out. If you remove this side out, you are going to have something like this, right? Angle 45, angle 90. You are going to have x here. You are going to have 1. You are going to have 1. Now, we can apply Pythagoras Theorem. When we apply Pythagoras Theorem, what will be the value of x? That's what we want to do now. Now, let's call this A, let's call this C, and let's call this B. This is giving us AC squared equals to AB squared plus BC squared. Don't get confused, this is Pythagoras Theorem, and I'm not the one that propounded it. So I think you understand it, right? Now, AC is x squared equals to 1 squared plus 1 squared. X squared will give us 1 plus 1. X squared will give us 2. Now to find x, x will give us square root of 2. Okay, so this is telling you that x is square root of 2. Now, once we are through with this, from this isosceles triangle, we can obtain something like this. We can obtain something like this, angle 45, root 2, 1, 1. Now, we want to start with the method we used in our previous video when I taught you special angles 60 and 30 degree. So that is the same thing we want to do here. Now let's start with sine theta. Sine theta is opposite over hypotenuse. Now from here, sine 45 degree will give us opposite is 1, hypotenuse is root 2. So that is telling you that sine 40 sorry, pardon me, student. Okay, that is telling you that sine 45 degree equals to 1 all over root 2. Now, take note of this. Now, we want to find cos 45. Let's continue from here. Cos 45. Remember, car adjacent all over hypotenuse. That is car. So cos 45 degree will give us, now from here you can see that our adjacent is 1 and hypotenuse is what? Root 2. That is cos 45 will give you 1 over root 2. So take note of this. We are going to make use of this while solving the question. Now the last part is tan theta, and I'm going to use here tan 45 degree twice. Remember that this will give us opposite all over adjacent. So tan 45 degree will give us, what is opposite here? 1. And what is adjacent? 1. So that is telling you that tan 45 degree will give us what? 1. Now the essence of knowing this is for you to understand that without seeing table with all these special angle 45, angle 30, and angle 60. These are the special angle which you can find the tan, the cos, and the sine without using your calculator or without using table. And I believe you understand that. Now let me give you a question related to this. I'll be right back. Guys, let's take a look at this question together. Find the value of x and y in this shape. If you look at this shape, I told you in our previous class that all what you need to do in order for you not to get confused is to rearrange or reposition this shape. When you reposition this, you are going to have something like this, right? You are going to have something like this. This is angle 45 degree, and this will be x, 6, and y. Now from here you can think of SOHCAHTOA. I believe you still remember SOHCAHTOA. So let's start with chi. Cos theta will give us adjacent all over hypotenuse. So that is telling you that cos 45 degree is going to give us adjacent is x all over 6, which will give us 6 cos 45 degree. From a previous class before we got to this place, I told you that cos 45 degree equals to 1 all over root 2. 1 all over root 2. So this will give us 1 all over root 2 equals to x all over 6. So you cross multiply, this will give us 6 times 1 equals to root 2 times x. 6 equals to root 2 times x. Divide this by root 2. Divide this by root 2. This root 2 will cancel this root 2, remain x. X will give us 6 all over root 2. Now, you are not going to stop here because this will lead us to SOD, and you know the rationalization of SOD. So you need to rationalize this. When you rationalize this, this will give us x equals to 6 all over root 2 times root 2 all over root 2. So x will give us 6 root 2, 6 root 2 all over root 2 times 2 will give us root 4. So x will give us 6 root 2. Find the root 4. Root 4 will give us 2. 2 here 1, 2 here 3. So x will give us 3 root 2. This will be the value of our x. I believe you understand that, right? Now, to find the value of y, remember the question is find x and y. So to find the value of y, we need to think of what we can use. I think we need to use sine, because sine theta will give us SO opposite all over hypotenuse. So sine 45 degree will give us opposite from here is 6. Y all over 6. So 6 sine 45 degree equals to what? From the previous explanation, you can see that sine 45 degree will give us 1 all over root 2. 1 all over root 2. So you substitute for that. 1 all over root 2 equals to y all over 6. Cross multiply 6 times 1 equals to root 2 times y. 6 equals to root 2 times y. Divide this by root 2. Divide this by root 2. This will cancel this. Y will give us 6 all over root 2. I believe you understand that, right? Now, you are not going to stop here, because y will give you 6 root 2 times root 2 divided by root 2. That means you rationalize. Y will give us 6 root 2 all over root 4. Y will give us 6 root 2 all over 2. 2 here 1, 2 here 3. So that is telling you that y equals to what? 3 root 2. Do you understand now? So that is how to apply the special angle, which is angle 45 degree. I believe you understand that, right? Now let me give you another example that you might find so difficult, but if you pay attention, it will be very simple. Remember, at MSI EduTech, we are here to make mathematics very simple. We might not be able to solve all the questions in your textbook, but pick something from us. And what is that? We are here to lay a good foundation, the basic foundation in mathematics. And once you are grounded with the basic foundation, it will not be difficult for you to solve difficult questions. I'll be right back. Okay class, let's take a look at this question together. The question is, find x and y from the diagram you can see on the board. And you can see that this is a combination of two angles, which is angle 45 and angle 60 degree. This is x, this is y, and this is 4 root 3. Now, for you to solve this, you need to understand something. This is 1. Let's label it so that I don't get confused. A, B, C. Call this D. Now, I want you to pick out A, C, D. When you pick it out, you are going to have something like this. Am I right? C, A, D. And you are going to have angle 60 degree. This will be 4 root 3, and this will be x. Now, you need to understand something here. And what is that? Applying sine, what are we going to use? What are we going to get? Pardon me. Sine theta is opposite over hypotenuse. Sine 60 degree will give us, this is opposite x all over hypotenuse. This hypotenuse here is 4 root 3. Now from here, we can now flash back to special angle, which is angle 60 degree. Now, without pressing your calculator, you should be able to know that sine 60 degree is root 3 all over 2. You can store that in your memory. Root 3 all over 2. So since sine 60 degree equals to root 3 all over 2, that means root 3 all over 2 will give us x all over 4 root 3. It's getting interesting, right? Yes. Now what you do, you cross multiply. This will give us root 3 times 4 root 3 equals to 2 times x. Now when you get here, you need to understand that this is root 3 and there's another root 3 here. Are you following me, right? 3 times 3 will give us what? 9. So this will give us 4 root 9 equals to 2x. Okay, so let me manage my board. 4 root 9 equals to 2x. Divide this by 2. Divide this by 2. this will cancel this. X will give us 4 root 9 divided by 2. X will give us 4 root 9 will give us 3. Divide this by 2, x will give us 12 all over 2, and x will give us 6. So that means the value of x is 6 centimeter. I believe you understand that, right? And to find y, you need to understand that this is going to be A, B, C. A, B, C. So let's draw that. If we draw that, we are going to have something like this. Okay, just pardon me with my drawing. This is angle 45 degree. This is y, and this is x. Now you remember S is 6. S is 6. So now, how can we find the value of y now? We can make use of SOHCAHTOA. Sin theta equals to opposite all over hypotenuse. So sine 45 degree will give us opposite is 6, hypotenuse is y we are looking for. Now from here we can now say since sine 45 degree equals to what? Who can remind me over there? 1 over root 3. 1 over root 2. So this will give us 1 over root 2 equals to 6 all over y. Cross multiply y times 1 equals to 6 times root 2. So y will give us 6 root 2. Okay, which will give us 6 root 2 okay, so y will give us 6 root 2. Now from here we can come to conclusion by saying x equals to 6 and y equals to what? 6 root 2. I believe you understand everything we have done so far in this class. In case you find it difficult, you can always go back to this video and study more about it. If in case you have any question, you can always get back to us via WhatsApp number rolling on the screen. And remember, MSI EduTech e-learning, we are here to make mathematics very simple for you. Thank you very much. My name still remains the same, David from MSI EduTech e-learning. Until I see you next class. If you are here to subscribe to our channel, just click the subscribe button and you'll be able to get notification anytime we upload new video in this channel. Thank you very much. Until I see you next class. Remember, I'm still coming back to give you more questions on special angle. Thank you very much. Bye.